Hey everybody, welcome. So glad you could join me today. Just checking to make sure that we are live. I see that I'm live on Rumble. I see that I am now live on YouTube. That is great. I'm doing something brand new for me today on this November 27th, 2023. That's right. I'm trying to multi-stream by myself without the help of any other company. You know, so let's see if it works. I'll have to make sure all the settings are right and all that good stuff, see that we get a good quality stream. But I hope that it works well. So this is an experiment, I guess you can say. Anyway, we got a lot to get to today. Remember, stick around for the after show. I'll be going through all your comments if we make it that far. And... But my name's Tom Coffee. This is Coffee Nuance Show. And we're at the socials at Coffee and Nuance. We're streaming live, YouTube and Rumble. Rumble.com/coffeenuance/live. Bookmark it. Do it. Well, you won't miss anything. Folks, did you hear the big news? Did you hear the big news? Merriam-Webster's word of the year for 2023 is authentic. Yeah. Apparently, in a world full of deep fakes and AI, we're all craving something real. Authenticity in people. Let's not get too excited. I mean, authentic is a word of the year now, but just wait till this word gets hijacked and misused faster than a TikTok trend. TikTok trend. That's hard to say. TikTok trend. I can already see it coming, folks. Brace yourselves for the onslaught of authentic being thrown around like confetti at a New Year's party. Authentic cuisine, authentic voices, authentic this, authentic that. It's like everyone's suddenly a connoisseur of authenticity. But let me tell you, in a world where filters and Photoshop reign supreme, it's harder to find something truly authentic than it is to find an honest politician. You know what's coming, folks. Authentic is heading down the same path as literal. Remember when literal used to mean actually, factually true? Now, it's become a lazy person's figuratively. You're literally killing me with that misuse. Mark my words, authentic is gonna take the same nosedive. Before you know it, we'll all be living in a world where a 100% authentic label on something means about as much as a fine print in a contract. But hey, let's give credit where credit's due. Merriam-Webster, it's got a knack for capturing the zeitgeist. Last year it was gaslighting. Year before, anti-vaxxer. It's like they're fortune tellers of language, predicting the trends before we even realize we're knee-deep in them. So, cheers to the word of the year. Just remember, folks, authenticity might be the word we need, but it's the authenticity we've got to search for. Good luck finding it in a world where even our reality is up for debate. My name's Tom Coffee. This is the Coffee Nuance Show, best censored commentary news show live right now. Flame on. Woo, man. Ooh, we got a lot of people watching today. Oh, man. How about that? Anyway, so let's talk about this word of the year, authentic. And this choice reflects a growing crisis surrounding the concept of authenticity. It highlights the significance in various contexts. This year witnessed a consistent interest in the word, indicating a societal recognition and value of authenticity. The dictionary's entry for authentic carries multiple meanings, including being genuine, true to oneself, conforming to reality, and reproducing essential features. This selection follows previous words of the year. As I said before, gaslighting, anti-vaxxer. In 2020, it was pandemic, right? Throughout 2023, numerous other words attracted significant attention and lookup spikes. Some notable runners-up right? So we had X. People were looking up X because that was obviously the name of Twitter. Maybe it has a different meaning, right? EGOT. It's not even a word. It's an acronym, right? Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, right? That was after Viola Davis achieved this quadruple award. Elemental, and this was tied to the Pixar film release. What does that word mean? People are looking it up. Rizz, R-I-Z-Z. It's slang for romantic appeal or charm. It's short for charisma. Get it? Charisma. Oh, he's got the Rizz. I don't think I'll be using that. Who knows? Maybe. Kibbutz, following, well, I mean, for obvious reasons. Implode. A lot of people looking this up after the, not the Titanic, the submarine. The submarine imploded earlier in the summer. Dead name. Because there's been a lot of legislation about that with the LGBTQ, rest of the alphabet thing. Doppelganger. Apparently there was a book about this, and a lot of people looking it up, a lot of people talking about it. Coronation, obviously linked to the King Charles. It's coronation. Deep fake. So that's altered images, AI making audio, video, all kinds of stuff. Dystopian. Covenant has been looked up, and indict. Yeah. A lot of people saying, oh, Trump's been indicted this many times. I'm like, what does that word mean? So, lots of words have had an impact this year, but according to Merriam-Webster and their annual list, authentic is the word of the year. What do you think about that? I'm not a big fan of, I understand the concept with authenticity, but also there's gatekeeping telling you who's authentic and who's not authentic. I remember years ago here in town, a couple of women, they wanted to make burritos here in Portland, and, well, they had the wrong skin color apparently, and they, people made a big fit about that because it wasn't authentic. I'm not a fan of deciding that, That's something that we can all judge for ourselves, whether something is authentic or not. You can look at the sources for it, but often it can be used, this authenticity thing can be used as a weapon against people that are not in their lane, right? How often do you hear that? They got to stay in your lane, right? You're this type of person. If you go outside of your lane, oh, you're not being authentic. Well, I don't know. But what do you think about that? I think it's good to be aware of it, and I do think though that it is going to lose its meaning, much the way that literal has lost its meaning. In fact, so many people use literal or literally incorrectly that they are going to add it into the dictionary to mean the opposite of what it actually means, because so many people use it wrong. And that could be the case where authentic as well. Anyway, yeah, we got a couple stories to get to today, so what the heck? Let's get to it. And speaking of authenticity, you're gonna love this. Oh yeah, Aitana Lopez, Aitana, get it? Is a digital creation, an AI designed model generating a significant income through her massive online following. Created by Ruben Cruz, she's a virtual influencer managed by a team from deciding her activities to curating her online presence. With substantial Instagram following and a subscription-based platform presence, Aitana popularity has attracted brand endorsements and caught the attention of high-profile individuals unaware of her non-existence. While this AI model strategy challenges traditional influencer marketing and could potentially lower advertising costs, it also raises concerns by some people about unrealistic beauty standards and whatnot, because it's not even a real person, right? You can get in there, do the AI. No, make her thinner. Oh, make her even thinner. So anyway, it can be real deceptive if people see this and don't even realize that it is that it's an AI. But wow, I mean, I look at that picture and it just looks like a celebrity that has the regular airbrushing and lots of makeup. But just at first glance, I can't tell the difference at all. But let's take a look at this story on the New York Post here. This was Saturday, or whatever this article came out. Let's see. Is this? So here's Aitana. Get it? Her name is AI Tana. Sexy Spanish model makes $11,000 a month for her racy photos. Isn't even real. So this is pretty incredible. This is a Spanish company that does this. But I gotta say, these pictures, pretty convincing. Pretty convincing. And the guy that started this also then started an AI modeling agency as well. So if you put together yourself a really hot AI model, you can join this AI modeling agency that might be able to get you some gigs. I don't know, crazy world we're living in. And when we think of authenticity, wow, this authentically looks like a like a pretty good hustle, But yeah, this seems I don't know. What do you think? what do you think of this? Because to me, this looks. I think this would fool most people. I think it really would. But let me know in the comments, and I'll go through that in the after show. Anyway, I guess he's not going to make it, my man George Santos. So let me give you the update. So, embattled Representative George Santos expects to be expelled from Congress soon due to allegations of funneling campaign money for personal use, including cosmetic products and expenses at luxury stores. He faces 56-page ethics committee report citing substantial evidence for violating federal law. Despite this, Santos refuses to resign, accuses the report of being a political attack, and refuses to address the specific allegations he claims innocence, and argues that defending himself could be detrimental in his federal case. Santos criticizes his colleagues and claims he's being unfairly targeted, expressing a readiness to accept expulsion as he sees it as a smear campaign. And I do too. Now, we've heard some of the charges that, he was using campaign expenses for Botox and fancy cosmetics and whatnot. Maybe it's explainable, maybe it's not. my question is, and I understand that a lot of people find this guy detestable, and so they are targeting him. The question is, would every other congressperson live up to the same scrutiny? Or is this targeted? Well, I suspect most congresspeople would do a better job of hiding their ill-gotten gains. Wouldn't be so obvious about it. However, to me, this does appear to be totally targeted at him because he is a generally hated person. And the media has made all kinds of negative stories about him. And so going after him is a popular thing to do. It can get you some points in the media for doing so. I do not think... Now, to be clear, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. And I think that Santos should have his day in court for this. If they're going to go after George Santos for this, which is fine, right? Perhaps they can turn their spotlight to other members of Congress as well. To me, this appears to be unfair treatment under the law. And we really should look at everyone as equal in the eyes of the law. This does seem to be targeted. He could be guilty. But it does seem to be targeted, in my opinion. And to me, targeted justice is injustice. Yeah, that's my take. Probably not a popular take, but that's my take on it. Anyway, let's talk about all the donors jumping over to Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley's, hold on a second, I gotta change the screen. It's hard to concentrate when this AI model is on my screen really big right here. Nikki Haley's campaigning for the GOP presidential nomination. She's gaining significant support from donors that are scared of Trump's impact. Business leaders admire her policy expertise, considering her to be a viable alternative. Some donors see a chance to stop Trump's nomination, rallying behind Haley despite Trump's continued popularity among GOP voters. So basically, what I have seen with this is a lot of the never-Trumper Republicans. They might have been backing other people, but now they're saying we got to back one person to try to take down Trump. They think that Nikki Haley is their best chance with that. And that's understandable. For whatever reason, I guess she's popular with people that I guess don't really care that she's a bloodthirsty warmonger, you know? So I guess if you're cool with bloodthirsty warmongers, she does seem like an alternative to Trump. I can't think of a world where I would ever support someone like Nikki Haley. Is just more, and shit, you know, she does have some questionable investments, and with the military-industrial complex, and might be receiving money, maybe, perhaps. I don't know, I've heard stuff that she might be receiving things right now. You know, from Raytheon and whatnot, taking payoffs right now as a presidential candidate. But probably the people that would support her wouldn't care. Wouldn't care, you know. Why shouldn't she get millions of dollars from military contractors and whatnot? Why not, right? I don't know. It's just a frustrating story for me. Speaking of frustrating, I got one more soul-crushing story. So, 6 teenagers are on trial in Paris for their involvement in the beheading of teacher Samuel Paty, who showed cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad in class. The defendants, minors protected by anonymity laws, are accused of aiding the attacker who was shot by police. They face potential 2.5-year sentences. That's right, 2.5-year sentences for their assistance in cutting the head off of the teacher. Additionally, adults include the father of the girl who made false claims against the teacher, will be tried later. The trial follows heightened tensions after a recent school stabbing linked to radicalization in France. Well, it's not radicalization in France. The people doing this weren't French a few years ago, right? These are new Muslim immigrants that have been brought into France that are radical. You know, they're not becoming radicalized in France. Scary. This is really scary. And it does show you, just as an example, that, you know, not all cultures value life the same way. The same way. I know it gives me pause when people are promoting the idea of bringing in people into a country who believes that it is okay and in fact honorable to behead someone because they showed a cartoon, right? But often the people pushing for that don't see the consequences of these types of things. I would say that it might be similar to how a lot of blue state city mayors and whatnot were really pro-immigration, right? As long as the immigrants didn't come to their city. And then once Texas and whatnot started shipping those migrants to New York City, for example, now it's a disaster. Now it's a danger. Now it's a bad thing. In the same way, all across Europe, the people pushing for this open migration, bringing in millions of immigrants with different cultural values. And this story is an example why I will never show a cartoon of any religious figure ever. Right? Because obviously, some people can't take a joke. Right? Scary stuff. Scary stuff. I know that I would not, I don't think I would want to live around people that had this view of life. Scary stuff. Anyway, we need some good news. So let's get to the good news of the day. Washington, University of Washington kicker Grady Gross had a standout Saturday, securing a 24-21 victory for his team with a game-winning kick against arch-rival Washington State in the Apple Cup. In an extraordinary gesture, Coach Kalen DeBoer awarded Gross a scholarship expressing gratitude for his pivotal contribution. Despite previous missed kicks, Gross remained confident during the high-pressure moment, emphasizing The importance of focusing on each kick independently. The win adds to Washington's impressive 12-0 record, securing a place in the Pac-12 championship game against Oregon. It's going to be a good one. The team's success positions them at number 4 in the nation with a potential spot in the college football playoff pending a victory over Oregon, which is definitely not going to happen. I added that last part. So this was nice to see. Often, you know, when you look at schools only have so many scholarships for their team, and often the kicker does not get a scholarship with a lot of teams. They do not get the respect and that a lot of the other players do. And it's nice to see that this kid got a scholarship. University of Washington, not a cheap school. So this is a big deal for this kid and his parents and his loans and all of that. So yeah, let me just show you this real quick here. But here's the quick little video. Oh, hang on. Okay, unmute tab. There we go.
Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah, I'm thankful for Grady Gross. Yeah! And you know what I hope Grady Gross is thankful for? The scholarship he's earned.
Aw, isn't that nice? I don't know. I saw that, and stuff like that just cheers you up. At least for me, I think it's a nice gesture for the kid that won the game for him. Give him a scholarship. That's really awesome recognition. Really awesome recognition. So congratulations to Grady on that. Very cool. Very cool. Anyway, that's the news that I have for you today. Stick around the after show. I'll be going through all your comments on Rumble and on YouTube. Hope to see you there. And yeah, I'll be back tonight with a Midnight Americano at 9 p.m. on the West Coast, midnight on the East. We'll see exactly. I got to go back and check out how this stream, how the quality of the stream was. Check it out. But apparently, it looks like it worked. It looks like I was able to do this without the help of any third-party paid software. So, congratulate myself. That's my good news of the day. Anyway, I'll see you all in the after show. I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, peace. Thanks for sticking around, Joe. Not a whole lot of traffic today. Not a whole lot of traffic today. So we'll just see what is up with that. But thanks for checking in. Hashtag RumbleGang. What's up, Apothecary John? I think I will, right now, share this out on X. If you happen to have an X account, if you can do me a favor and go like the tweet I'm just sending for this video, I'd appreciate that. I should probably do it at the start of every video, but, you know, whatevs. Whatevs. But the stream health actually looks pretty good. Okay. Now it's saying, okay, interesting. I'm looking at this. Apparently the bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. So I'm going to have to play around with that. Let me get a screenshot of that. Okay. So apparently I got to work with the settings. Got to work with the settings to get that sorted out. But yeah, I was able to at least stream successfully. Although I'm not sure about the quality, I'll check it out afterwards on both Rumble and YouTube. Something that is technically hard to do, apparently. But I was able to sort it out, so I'll work on the settings to get the quality up. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, if you're on Rumble, do me a favor, hit the like button. I mean, all 2 of you or whatever it is. That'd be nice. And oh, now it says that YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, so you may get some buffering. So I'm going to still have to work out the settings on this. So we'll see how it goes. What's up, Natasha? John, Erie Ferry, nice to see you all. I used to participate in a Word of the Day contest with a lawyer friend. We took 3 different dictionary sources from Word of the Day and had to make a sentence or short paragraph using the words. Let's see. Bonus points for also using words. How do I get bonus? I'm having a pop-up on my... I've clicked something and I can't figure out how to make it go away. Bonus points for also using words from previous days. It became rather humorous. Sometimes a storyline would develop. That's fun. Shoot, hard to find any true authentic people these days, especially women. Makeup, hair color, false nails, lashes, Spanx, etc. Perhaps. Perhaps. And authenticity is obviously, you know, makeup and whatnot. That's one part of it. It's also, you know, just being truthful, being honest, being sincere. Those are all parts of it as well. But that does sound like fun. That does sound like a fun little word of the day thing, Natasha. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. So anyway, looks like that's all the chat we have. Not a whole lot of chat today either. Wow. Not sure what it was. Not sure why. But it is what it is. Anyway, that's all I have for y'all today. It's official. I mean, I did finish my month-long experiment on Rumble of doing 2 hours a day, and so I'm not necessarily forced to do a full hour today. So I won't. You know, I'll just talk as much as what I have prepared, and this is all I have prepared. So that's it for now. I'll be back tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow. Come join me tomorrow. I'll play around with the settings and see if I can figure out how to make it better. That's it. We want to constantly strive to make things better, because you know what? We turn around and time flies by. We turn around and time flies by, so minor improvements every day are going to have a major impact. That's my little pitch. Anyway, hope you all have a beautiful day. I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, peace.